Take your phone. I want to get your take on this.
Big brother G. Tell Fifth that Ja Rule and his first baby mama started following each other on IG an hour ago. Prepare for the worst. Jay-Z, Ja Rule, Roc Nation, Desiree Perez are out to get him out of the paint. Alert.
This individual has been publicly at odds with 50 for years. For almost 20 years in a row, there was constant drama, constant tension, and constant attempts to put pressure on him. Now that she has momentum and feels emboldened, that baby mommy thinks this could be the time to permanently defeat 50 Cent. Ja Rule has been on a full-fledged treasure quest at the same time, looking for every accusation connected to 50 and attempting to connect with anyone who has ever spoken out. Therefore, Ja Rule's current pursuit of the 50's baby mom and her subsequent followback are not the result of an accidental social media error or an innocent action. This appears deliberate, premeditated, and disorganized. Even Ja Rule tweeted, "Keep the information coming. The victims of 50 Cent deserve to be heard, and they will," demonstrating that he is continuing to delve deeply. Whatever Ja Rule thinks he discovered undoubtedly gave him the confidence to make remarks like, "Curtis denounced Diddy as an abuser. I'm now criticizing 50 Cent for being one. What is the issue? Greetings for the morning. Let's not be selective in our indignation. I know what you did last summer," he said. It's obvious that direct pressure is being applied toward 50, making the strain impossible to ignore. Ja Rule thinks he has information about 50 Cent that he will soon make public, and it's clear from the way he moves. He is obviously in a hurry to get additional information about whatever he believes he has discovered. Additionally, this won't be a single task at all if it's solid. To be honest, 50 has created a lot of enemies throughout the years, particularly with Diddy, and everything was altered by that circumstance. I'm in favor of exposing Diddy. To be clear, I'm not accusing 50 of doing anything improper. However, influential people become uneasy and start acting strangely when you start supporting initiatives that reveal accused predators and offenders. Ja Rule's approach feels different this time because of this, as if he believes he has discovered something significant once more. He continues to advocate for us to remain indifferent to abusers. Additionally, he has been posting old claims related to 50 on the internet. "I think I'm going to start doing docs," he wrote. This is a lot to unpack. If I'm 50, I'm supposedly getting ahead of this quickly and contacting attorneys right away while publishing articles in which women accuse 50 of abuse. A documentary is no longer about the truth once it is out. It has to do with perception and packaging. Additionally, this issue might quickly become very nasty if Ja Rule brings in a baby mama who has previously made significant claims. This section gets heavy quickly, so let me give you a preview of what a possible surviving 50 Cent style documentary may look like. This concerns Shanika Tompkins, who has previously appeared on record and is recognized as the mother of 50 Cent's first child. She once conducted a quick Instagram live, although it didn't receive much notice at the time. However, she made some very severe accusations during that live, shocking everybody who paid attention.
Let me give you a glimpse of what a potential surviving 50 Cent style documentary could look like, because this part gets heavy fast. This involves Shaniqua Tompkins, who is known as 50 Cent's first child's mother, and she has already gone on record before. She once did a brief Instagram live that didn't get much attention at the time, but during that stream, she laid out some extremely serious allegations that shocked anyone who actually listened.
In his career?
Because he was abusive. Well, he still is abusive. I'm just not in his presence, but he's abusive. Emotionally, physically, he's abusive. And the last straw for me was he hit me in front of my daughter. And I said, as a mother, if I allowed her to see him hit me and stay with him, what example am I setting for my daughter? And that's when that was it for me. It was that and another incident with Marquise So it was 2 incidents, but it was kind of close. And there was another incident when Marquise, Yale, and Banks used to have an apartment they used to share in Manhattan. And I went to pick 50 up from there. So Marquise told me that I guess like he had a girl there, like, you know, a girl that, he just told me something. So him and I got to an argument. He beat the mess out of me and then told Marquise, see, it's your fault. I had to whoop your mother's ass. First time he ever hit me, to be honest, was, I'm gonna talk about this. This is a lot of cathartic moments and stuff, but the first time, I don't even think I've told you this. I think the first time he hit me, I know the first time he hit me, I was pregnant with Marquise. Belly out to here.
The situation seemed even more unsettling when she detailed alleged abuse occurrences that she claimed occurred when children were present. The most striking thing was how similar her charges sounded to accusations that have already been made against Diddy in other well-known cases. People are put off by the overlapping accusations, particularly when arson allegations and a house fire scenario are mentioned in relation to her previous remarks, which many believe to be the most outrageous aspect of the whole story.
Boy, it's not.
So I'm gonna ask one question, right? I'm not gonna get to that fiend. We're gonna do that fiend on the next one, Diddy situation.
Okay.
Somebody wants to know in the chat, because you put up the post on your story about that fiend saying that he sexually abused her.
Yeah.
Did you ever experience anything like that, or was it just basically physical stuff or fighting and back and forth?
No, I have experienced sexual abuse. Yes. Which, when it sounds odd for women, because it's like, there was no Me Too movement. From our culture, it's like, how could your boyfriend you or sexually assault you? Because no means no. No means no. I don't care if you get a girl butt naked and she says no, that means no. So yes, I have. And I don't know within me, I don't know if it's this Black girl strength that for some reason it's easier to talk about that, the physical part of the abuse. That's easier for some reason than to talk about the sexual. I don't know why. And that's something that I have to probably work through and maybe just try to understand. But yeah.
Well, why you never reported it though? People might want to ask, well, you got sexually abuse, you got physical abuse. Why you never said nothing?
I did say something. I've always said something. If anybody ever listened, I hope. I have court testimony where I'm saying he's abusive. I have order of protections in the courts where I'm listing some of the abuse. So this is documented. Maybe IG world don't know. Maybe, the fans don't know, but no, it's documented.
In addition, she claimed to have been physically abused and made other grave allegations regarding incidents that she believes occurred in 2008 without her permission. Public court documents from that era show that a judge granted her a temporary protective order. 50 Cent was required to give up any firearms he might have had while the order was in effect. According to an article from that era, a judge ordered the U.S. rapper to comply after his ex-partner asked for a temporary restraining order, adding yet another formal layer to an already volatile scenario. The attorney for 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, stated that they intended to challenge the order and clarified that 50 did not possess or have access to any firearms at the time. According to reports, the lawyer said, "To my knowledge, he has no guns," pushing back hard against the claims tied to the court order. An already tense situation was made even more tense by the order itself, which prohibited 50 from speaking to his young son's mother, Chenny Tompkins, without explicit court consent. Lawyers claim that the two were already embroiled in a heated legal dispute over money and that their relationship was everything but cordial. Tompkins claimed that a purported verbal agreement entitled her to half of 50's estate. And it was at this point that that a lot of people began to doubt her credibility. She wasn't his wife. She was his girlfriend. However, she went to court and claimed he had promised her half, which instantly caused controversy.
We got into a fight that Monday at my lawyer's office. I have a police report. He threatened me. He tried to hit me, but I ran. He threatened me. He said he was going to have someone come do something. He said, and watch how I get down. He said it. And that Friday, I do believe that was Monday. That Friday, I had to do my deposition. I was taking my piece to school. A Magnum car was following me. I don't know if you remember the Dodge Magnums, and everybody knew back then all of G-Unit members rode Dodge Magnums. Was following me to Marquise to school. I ditched the car, drove to Queens and drove to my grandma's house. Mia was already in school. I get to the courthouse. I do my deposition. I come back outside. It was a guy following me, trying to intimidate me to the point where my lawyer was so worried that she would just please be careful. And so he was trying to kick me out the house, and he couldn't get me out the house. And that's another thing where he says, like, oh, he went to Suffolk County. They gave me an eviction, but I took it to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court allowed me to stay, so he couldn't get me out the house at the time. And then his lawyer, and I have in my deposition papers, which once I start doing my YouTube channel, I could be able to side by side and bring up stuff. His lawyer actually asked me where was my evidence, and that was the first part of the house to burn down. I don't think that was a coincidence.
Right. Who's on the house at the time when it got set on fire?
It was. That's another thing. He tried to create the narrative. It was me, my boyfriend. No man lived with me in that house. And I will repeat, no man lived with me in that house. No man, except for Marquise, and he wasn't a man at the time. He was a child. It was me, my daughter, Marquise, a family friend, and she had gotten into an argument with her husband. So it was her and her son, and my youngest sister. My mom had passed away, so I had custody of my youngest sister.
How old was your children?
He's probably about 12. Mia probably about maybe 16, 17.
As a result, detractors said that the restraining order and other documents were more about money than safety, and that story quickly gained traction. However, she then gave her version of events, so this is where things get complex. 50's $2.4 million to $4 million Long Island mansion was allegedly in her possession. Additionally, the court intervened when he attempted to evict her. The situation was reversed, and this legal quagmire continued when the New York Supreme Court decided that she may remain. She had 50 Cent's son residing in that Long Island home when it inexplicably burned down, which makes the situation even more sinister. At that point, the narrative truly takes a turn for the worse. She makes the startling accusation that she thinks 50 would prefer to see the house destroyed than allow her to maintain it. She even went so far as to say that 50 actually attempted to murder them, which is a drastic accusation that causes concern right away.
Do you think it was a move to try to scare you or try to get rid of you? What do you, deep down, like, what do you think the motive was behind to really get rid of you or to scare you out of the house, honestly speaking?
I think it was to kill us. Because the time, it wasn't like it happened when the kids were in school, maybe I was there by myself, or it happened that I was just sleeping. No one's up. It was still dark outside. To the point where when I heard the glass shatter, because what happened was Marquise was sick that day. Even though I was going to take him to school, like I said, the car was following me, but he was sick. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to ditch this car. I don't feel safe taking him to school, but I'm going to take him to my grandma's house. So Marquise was sick that day. I could not sleep. And that's why I said, I don't want to get all holy roll on everybody, but that's when I say, if you don't know God is real, I feel sorry for you. because I could not sleep. At the time, I was sleeping downstairs in the guest room. Everyone else was upstairs. I waited. Like I said, a close family friend, her husband, and they got into an argument. So I waited for her, or I slept on the couch in the family room. I brought her in the house, set her upstairs, and I stayed in the guest room downstairs. I could not sleep. I kept waking up. And so I said, you know what? I said, Marquise, I said, let me go check on him, because Marquise had a habit of throwing up in his sleep. So I said, you know what? Let me check on him. I'm just going to just check on him. And then I ended up getting into bed with him. I said, let me just see, because he was kept coughing. So I was like, you know what? I get scared he's going to throw up in his sleep, and choke. Marquise's coughing kept me from being in a deep sleep, but I still was concerned about what was going on. Like I said, people were following me. They were at the courthouse, so I was concerned. But I couldn't quite get into a deep sleep. So Marquise's bedroom was in front of the house. So once I heard the glass shatter, I went to the front of the house, and it was pitch dark. I couldn't see anything. So just in that second, I came from Marquise's room to the top of the stairs. I went down maybe 3 steps, and the flames just shot up to the ceiling. It was just, we couldn't even make it downstairs.
So you're the first person that's seen the fire. What I'm getting from this, right?
I heard the glass shatter. So my daughter said, so she said she thought I broke something, because all she heard was me cursing. But for some reason, I was so enraged. I was like, this motherfucker. This motherfucker sent somebody to burn the house down. So my daughter said she just heard glass and me cursing. So she just assumed that I dropped the glass or something. And I just kicked into action. I just got everybody out their rooms.
Although 50 has consistently insisted on his innocence and denied any involvement, she has frequently shared her version of the house sire story, which is among the most bizarre accounts available. However, this is where things become more difficult. Many people pause because Maris Jackson, 50's son, was residing in that house at the time. Many people find it difficult to accept that someone would want to set their own child's home on fire. However, Shanika Tompkins said she thinks the fire was deliberate and designed to hurt people. She stated that at the time, she, her kid, a family friend, her sister, and a number of juveniles lived in the residence. She claimed that either directly or through someone else, the fire broke out in the middle of the night while everyone was asleep. And she expressed her belief that the timing was deliberate to create the greatest amount of risk.
We had like a little bonus room upstairs, like we had like a couch and a television and stuff. We couldn't go that way, so then we go to my sister's bedroom. So my sister's bedroom had like a little awning, like where the backyard and the pool was. So I kicked out the screen so we could jump down to the awning to jump out. So I saw a man there. So I got a little hesitant. I was like, oh my gosh, what if he's coming to finish us off? And it happened to be an off-duty police officer.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so he was already on the phone with 911. He said so later on I found out he saw the smoke, and he was going to get his daughter from, like, I think he said she was at a hotel. You know how they have prom parties at a hotel, and he said the highway, whichever way he takes, it didn't take him that way. He saw the smoke, came up the driveway, and saved our lives.
Y'all got out from the downstairs or the upstairs? From upstairs window?
We couldn't make it downstairs. I said, like, I got to the 4th step, and the flames engulfed, like it just shot. Like literally, it looked like a movie. Like I can't explain. Like it just like it just went from the floor to the ceiling. So we couldn't make it downstairs.
So what did you do? You jumped out the windows?
Yeah, we jumped out the window out of my sister. My sister, where her bedroom was towards the back of the house. So she had an awning, like from the sliding door. So we jumped down from her window to the awning to the floor. But the off-duty police officer was there to break our fall.